Well, you don't gotta laugh. No, I'm not the boss of you. You don't gotta laugh. It's just that you can. You always can. It's always an option. See, that's the freedom of choice that we were born with. We were born free. We're always free to choose how we're going to view something, think about something. Right? Something happens in our personal professional life, you can tell yourself anything. Yeah, we're always free to choose how we're going to interpret and respond to our circumstances. Oh yeah, we're so free. Now, while we were born with this lovely freedom of choice, I think it's also important to acknowledge that there are many things in life that dare us to complain, dare us to take things way too seriously, and get all up in our head, and get stressed out, and go down that rabbit hole. Oh sure, there's lots of things. Like, for example, people. Anybody else here get stressed out by the fact that you have to share the planet with other human beings? Yeah, that can be tough some days. I'm into anti-stalking. Yep, learning someone's daily routine in order to avoid them. And relationships. Anybody here in a relationship? Right? Aren't relationships like the toughest thing in life? They require so much communication, so much compromise. I think the best time in a relationship is at the very beginning, before you've met, and you're single. I know that's when I thrive. That's when I'm at my best. And of course, something else that definitely requires a sense of humor is having children. Now, who here has kids? Anybody regret it? Yeah, close your eyes, raise your hands. Oh, come on. Yeah, kids. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing. I did not plan on playing a significant role in the lives of children. No, that was not part of my life plan. And that's the thing about life. It rarely goes according to plan. Yeah, so my partner has 2 kids, an 8-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl. You gotta laugh. Well, I would say probably the most challenging part of the situation is that it's tough to love another person's children. I mean, you guys with kids would probably say that it's tough enough to love your own some days, right? See, the thing is like, I like them fine, I like them. It's just tough to find the love. Because, we don't share the same DNA. I didn't push them out. Right? And I didn't get that maternal gene. I really didn't. I didn't get the chip. Like when all my friends were having their babies, I was like, what country should I go to next? And like, over the years, my friends with kids have said to me time and time again, Susan, you don't know love until you've experienced the love of a child. I'm like, I don't know, I love my cat, and he lets me go out on weekends. I don't know. So over the last year or so, I have been observing children in their natural habitat. So I've moved in, and now I'm taking a closer look at the whole situation. I'm having quite a wake-up call. I have discovered that there's a big difference between raising boys and raising girls. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's like night and day. Like boys, right? Boys are so simple. They're so easy, right? They're like, right? You just have to water them once in a while. They're like plants that talk a lot. Like really, right? You give a boy a popsicle and a video game and all is right with the world. But girls are far more complex. I mean, we must admit this. I mean, that is a truth. I mean, girls, there's a lot more drama. Well, especially when you're in like, the adolescent years, there's a lot of drama. Like the girl, she'll come home and she'll start screaming her head off. And she'll stomp up the stairs and she'll slam her bedroom door because she doesn't want what's for dinner. But then later on, we find out that it wasn't about dinner. No. Some boy isn't texting her anymore, and one of her friends got into a huge fight with one of her other friends, and now they can't all hang up. Oh, yes, it's bigger than dinner. It's bigger than all of us. I've also discovered that what you say to kids and what they hear are two different things. Like I'll say to them, okay kids, hurry up, we gotta go, we're gonna be late. And what they must hear, hey, start looking for that toy you haven't played with in 2 years. No, take all the time you need. It's all about you. Or I'll say to them in the morning, okay kids, turn off the TV, it's time to go to school. And what they must hear, hey, pump up the volume, get comfy on that couch, I'll take you to school tomorrow. Snow day. Or when they're at each other, I'll say, you two, stop the fighting immediately. And what they must hear, you two, why don't you go one more round so you can watch me lose my mind? I've also discovered that kids get really thirsty when you put them to bed. They haven't thought about or talked about water all day. But now that you're trying to get them to go to sleep, the most intense dehydration sets in. They're like, oh, and they're not interested in drinking the crap out of the bathroom tap. No, they need you to go downstairs and get the filtered stuff from the kitchen. Yeah, they're all of a sudden, they're water connoisseurs. These are the same people that have no problem smelling or looking homeless, but now they have standards. I've also discovered that a kid will run around for hours playing a sport or playing with their friends, but just try to get them to walk somewhere. Oh, go ahead and try. I've also discovered that kids ask a lot of questions. Oh, it's constant. Like the other day, the 8-year-old boy asked me what normal is. I told him it was a setting on the dryer. Boom, done. Next question. I am getting the hang of this. Oh, but the thing is, and this is actually something I was not prepared for, but kids really wreck the romance, hey? Come on, let's go there. Yeah, like, there's just nothing really sexy about having the kids around. No, like, it's really tough to, like, feel in the mood after a night of math homework meltdowns and arguments over screen time. Yeah, I've come to the conclusion that having kids around is like always feeling fat or forgetting to shave my legs every day. I know couples with kids, when they split up, I know they say that it isn't the kid's fault. But, I mean, come on. Come on. Before those kids came along, that couple had way more fun, freedom, energy, money, sex. Oh, yeah. Now, I still think it's important to lie to the children and tell them it isn't their fault. But I think it's also equally important to understand where to lay blame. I don't know, right? They're just like, they take so much, eh? I call them the little takers. Oh, they take everything from you. As I see it, having children is like being in a relationship that's 95% struggle and 5% enjoyment. Now, if you had a friend who was in a relationship that made her angry and frustrated most of the time, oh, you'd sit her down, wouldn't you? You'd have that talk, be like, girl, you gotta go. You gotta move on. You gotta pack your bags and go. You deserve better, right? I mean, really, honestly, all my friends with kids, they rarely want to get together and knock back a few bottles of wine to celebrate how great it is being a mother. No, they get mom drunk. You guys know what I mean when I say mom drunk? Because you get mom drunk? Yeah, they manically pound back cocktails because they're so excited to be out of the house and away from their children. And the hysteria makes them hammered in like half an hour. And they're like, let's build a human pyramid!